Hello my friends and welcome back to Speed Build Sunday, where today, believe it or not, I'm gonna try and build a spa. I know, shocking, not a blue Suburban, something different. For once. But with the spa day update that just came out, I was thinking now could be a good time to try and make a spa in The Sims again. It's been a long time since I built a spa. I honestly don't even remember the last time. Although, no, I know I built a spa and resort combo with Island Living, but that might be the most recent one, and that was a couple years ago, so it's about time. So here's what I was thinking. I wanted to make a base game and spa day only spa for you guys in Newcrest, because then you could actually play with it if you buy spa day or if you have spa day. First things first, I am sizing up a cucumber to fill up the entire screen. Then I started building this spa. I was digging through debug and looking at if they added anything extra in debug with the update, and I've noticed they did add something extra in debug with the update, and it's a single slice of a cucumber. And I was thinking, how can I use this? how can I make this cucumber work for me? And so what I did was size it up to fill up the entire screen. But then I started building the actual spa. So I had a couple plans for this. I wanted it to be a sort of darker, maybe more industrial looking spa as well. I was kind of inspired by that cafe I built a couple weeks ago. I'll link that video down below. You can see it next door. That one uses a lot of packs. So this one, I was like, maybe I should just use spa day. And that's it, so people can actually play with it. But the idea was kind of to have it match and sort of look like the building next door. And also, I feel like a lot of times with spas, and my chat was talking about this too, I streamed this build on Twitch, everybody was like, oh, maybe you can make it lighter. Usually spas are more lighter in color. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of the point. Usually you might have brighter, more airy looking colors inside. And so I was kind of like, no, let's use dark brick and black wood paneling on the inside and see if that is cool. Because I feel like the other ones that I've built, I mean, one was with Island Living, but I've built some very all white and light green spas before, but I hadn't built anything like this. So I kind of liked this concept. I was kind of into this spa version. I felt like it was different, it was interesting. So we did it like this instead. It's not a gym. So let's clarify what kind of spa this is, right? Because spa day kind of has a few different variants. There's these spas that are gym and yoga studio type ones, and then there's more pure relaxation type ones, and so this one doesn't have any gym equipment. It does have 2 yoga class spots, but there's not a treadmill here. It's more focused on the saunas and the meditation and massages. So that's kind of what I aimed for, and I think the floor plan turned out really good on this one. So you'll see there's 2 floors. It isn't that big, but in the front there's gonna be a small entryway, front desk, check-in desk, and I put a lot of fountains. There's lots of seating. Upstairs is purely a yoga studio space, but also a bar, because you can have bars in spas, and you can go and buy cucumber slices or whatever if you wanted to. But I figured it was good to have a spot to eat inside of the building. So upstairs there's a bar area. Downstairs there's 2 sauna doors, and then you walk to all the way back, there's a bathroom, which makes sense. And then on the left side there's a little massage table section, and there's also some massage tables on the patio upstairs, which I think kind of worked out well. Although, now that I've actually played in this spa, as you might have seen in my video yesterday, I did a rags to riches with spa day yesterday, I realized that it rains a lot in Newcrest, and those outdoor massage tables, not very useful. And it was funny because I literally talked about that with my Twitch chat on stream. They were like, Kayla, what if it's raining? And I was like, but you just won't go out there if it's raining. It's fine. It'll be so nice when the weather is nice. Well, when I actually played in this spa, the weather wasn't nice. Not a single time. So maybe the outdoor massage tables are impractical, but I don't want to admit that because that means admitting defeat, and I don't want to do that. But look, in an ideal world, it would be lovely to go get a massage outside, on that balcony. I've never gotten a massage in my life, and I can't say I think I would like it. So what do I know? But that's the concept in The Sims. There's also 2 nail chairs. It isn't really that big of a spot. You could probably use some extra nail chairs and stuff, but I didn't want to make it giant. And I definitely have a lot of space that is useless. I will admit that as well. I definitely could have better prioritized the space in this building, but you know what? I didn't, and that's okay. So there, is a lot of wasted space, but oh well. I feel like having 2 saunas was probably a mistake as well. There's only 1 indoor massage table, but there's 2 saunas. Do you really need 2 saunas? No. Do I have 2 saunas? Yes. So if I were to do it again, maybe I'd do it differently, but it looks nice. So that's all that matters, right? And I feel like by this point in the video, I've kind of figured out where I want everything to go. And it was also sort of fun to go back and use a lot of those older spa day items because I haven't used most of this spa day stuff in years. And it was kind of fun looking back on that stuff because, like, for example, those big spa day chandeliers, those were like the first of their kind in The Sims 4. When that came out, we didn't really have any like interesting light fixtures. We still don't have that many interesting light fixtures in The Sims 4, but then we really didn't have many interesting light fixtures, so I used to use those all the time. And you couldn't even size things down back then, so they would be like clipping with my dining tables, and I'd still use them. Why? I don't know. I just did. Was it a good idea? Probably not. Still use them though. It's interesting also looking at the requirements for the spa lot type because it doesn't really require that much. Like 4 spa equipment, so that could be like a massage table, a yoga mat, I don't know. Even a gym equipment fits that requirement. 1 storage locker, 1 shower, 1 toilet, 1 sink. Like you could make a really small functional spa that would totally count and be working just fine, which is kind of cool because I think a lot of the other lot types sometimes need a lot more for them, which isn't a bad thing, but like museums, you need to have like 10 wall art pieces and like 10 sculptures, and it's hard to make like a teeny museum because you need to have so much stuff. But in here, you could have a tiny spa. Like literally a tiny lot type of spa, which is kind of fun, except possibly impractical because the spas are always so full. I don't know if you've played with them recently, but like I played with the spa for a video this week, this spa, and there's always more workers than there are like things to work at. So like I was trying to, you know, paint people's nails and earn money, and these workers kept snatching my stations because there was more of them than there were spa equipment. So there was actually a lot of people here at all times, which is kind of fun, especially because it's smaller. Like it feels very full and very active, which I always am impressed by in The Sims 4. Like I come from an older Sims era. I come from The Sims 3, and back in my day, if you had a community lot, there was gonna be 1 person there and it was you, and there was nobody else around. So I really always appreciate that The Sims 4 is very active and lively. Like there's always Sims around, and that's really nice. Like it's easy to forget that that is such a massive improvement from the past games. Granted, if it wasn't, it would be a real big problem. Like if we got to The Sims 4 and they still couldn't figure out how to make people come to the lots, that would not be good. But they did. And it is good. It's nice. I like having Sims around. It's a fun touch, even if the place is busy and you can't find an empty spot. You know? Okay, so you can kind of see the downstairs sort of coming together now, and I swear I really, really, really like this area. I think that the layout sort of came together perfectly by accident. Like sometimes it's very hard to figure out a floor plan, trust me. I know, but I feel like this one just sort of worked with how I split it up with the loft, and like that little section with the computer for the like check-in desk works perfectly. Like it just fits. Everything fits together so nicely, and I was really impressed by that. Granted, the check-in desk isn't actually functional. Your Sims don't actually need or use that ever. There isn't going to be a Sim working there or anything, but I do like the storytelling aspect of that. And then if you're here and you need a computer, maybe you want to write a book at the spa. You can. It's fine. My brain thinks exclusively in terms of rags to riches gameplay in The Sims, and in my head I'm like, oh great, there's a computer, there's a shower, there's a toilet. You can use the fridge to get quick meals. You could live here if you wanted to. There's not a bed, but that you can sleep on the couch. You could live here if you wanted to in rags to riches, and that would be perfectly fine. You have all the necessities. Okay, speaking of fridges, I did put a mini fridge downstairs in that like massage room, and then there's a full-size fridge upstairs by the bar, because I was thinking again in terms of like you might want a quick meal so your Sim could eat here. But also I'm not sure if you can get face masks from the regular size fridge yet. I never actually checked that. So I put the mini fridge that came with Spa Day because the new mini fridge definitely has face masks for sale in it. So I put that one because I knew it would work. And then there's also the full size one upstairs in case you want food. And it kind of looked nice. Also, the yoga studio. The yoga mats, not sure about those. I don't actually know if they function as far as a class goes. The problem that I noticed is that when I tried to run a yoga class myself, it never worked. Now, is that because the yoga mats are vertical and not horizontal? Or is it because the yoga class feature doesn't work? Because the aspirations are kind of glitchy with the new spa day update. So like, is the teaching a yoga class feature the broken part? Or are my mats laid out wrong? Because I know that the mats are usually horizontal in the other spas that EA built, but it doesn't look like they have to be horizontal. Like the yoga teacher's mat just has like a big green space where like you can put the other yoga mats. And apparently, my Twitch chat said Plumbella put the yoga mats like this in one of her spas in a speed build once. So if Jessie did it, then so can I, is my opinion on that. So, but they fit better this way. They didn't fit the other way. In any of the spaces I wanted to put the yoga studio, they didn't fit. So they're gonna stay. I think it looks better this way too, with them not being horizontal. I don't know, maybe it's more realistic to have them horizontal, but I think it looks nicer this way, and it also fits. So I did it this way inside and outside. Downstairs in that side yard that we have built already, I put another yoga space, like another yoga class space. And then on the other side yard, like on that like long skinny bit, I made like a meditation garden kind of area. I do that, I think, last, so you'll see that come together eventually. But I wanted to take advantage of those outdoor spaces and put like yoga classes and meditation stools out there, because it feels like if there's nice weather, it would be very pleasant. Originally the plan was to put the meditation area upstairs on the balcony, but I ended up moving it. I do like that we have the balcony though. I'm a big fan of that space. I feel like it reminds me a lot of what EA has done in their spas, which maybe isn't a good thing. I'm not sure. It's a compliment. I'm basing a lot of this off of what EA did in their spa builds because I've never been to a spa. So I don't know what real spas are like at all. Zero frame of reference. Absolutely no clue what a real spa looks like. However, I know what the Sims 4 spas look like. And so I can just mimic those and pretend that it works. So, have you been to a spa? Like a spa? I have this memory of going to the Disney Swan and Dolphin Hotel when I was younger because my mom got to stay there on points. You know how it goes. And that hotel has a spa in it. And I think you walk past it to go to the elevator. So when I think of spas, I'm not kidding. When I think of spas, I only think about the Disney Swan and Dolphin Hotel. That is my only frame of reference. A lot of hotels have spas in them, right? But that's like my foundational memory is that hotel and seeing that spa there. So anyone else relate? That's a weird one. Disney, most of their hotels on property are like Disney owned, Disney run, but the Swan and Dolphin hotels are like a Marriott or something maybe, but they're like on Disney property, like on the boardwalk, which is why we could stay there on points. So pro tip, I guess. I mean, I haven't been there in years and years. And we just went for one night. But pro tip, I live in Orlando. I've got all the pro tips, you see? Like that one. Just that one. I've not been to Disney in a long time. That's the only pro tip you're gonna get from me. I don't have many other pro tips. I do have some Sims pro tips. I am what you might call a professional. So, okay, pro tip for what I've done in these buildings, by the way, because you can't put fountains with a roof on top of them, it won't let you. Like, if I wanted to put a fountain in those places, it was like, ooh, conflicting block clusters on that patio, and inside it was like, ooh, you can't have a roof on top of a fountain. So what I put was actually pools. So those fountains are not fountains, they're pools, so they're a lot deeper. So I made sure I put walls all the way around them so that your Sims wouldn't swim in it by accident, because this is a horror story, but one time in Deligracy's Twins LP, years ago, Deli had this Let's Play, and she had done that inside of the house that she was playing in. It was a really nice, like, mansion kind of house, and she had done that to, like, put a pool in place of a fountain because you couldn't put one inside. And then one of her kids, literally a child, the Sim, got in the pool, got stuck because there was, like, lily pads and stuff, so they couldn't get out, and then died. And I always think about this, and ever since I'm like, yeah, you gotta make sure your Sims won't get in there by accident. So I made sure your Sims couldn't get in there by accident, because we don't want any of your Sims dying at my spa. That would not be good for business. You know what? This isn't a call out post to Deli. This is just me speaking from my personal experience. I always wondered if she did that on purpose or not, because speaking from me and how I behave in my Let's Plays, that is something that I can see myself doing on purpose and pretending was an accident. Maybe like jokingly pretending was an accident, like maybe being like showing myself clicking swim in pool and then being like, oh no, he is stuck. What can I do? And like intentionally not resetting him to get him out and then letting him die. Like I could see myself doing that on purpose. But I don't know if Deli would. I do that kind of thing all the time though. Like on my Twitch streams, I have this legacy challenge I'm playing in, and If you didn't know, that pond from Get Famous is very deadly. That like pond you can put in your front yard and fill with sharks or piranhas or whatever. Your Sims can drown in that like pretty easily. They can both fall in or jump in themselves. And I have killed 15 Sims, maybe 20 that way on my Twitch streams in the past couple months. I literally have a pile of graves in my front yard, and I keep doing it being like, haha, let's see what happens. Jump in, and then the sim dies. Like, I'm fully doing it on purpose. Like, I know the risks that are involved. I just think it would be funny if the sim died doing it. So, maybe that's a me problem, though. Maybe other people don't do that to their Sims. I don't know. Either way, avoid water features in The Sims 4 is the moral of the story because apparently they're very risky. But the build here is pretty much finished. So we're gonna hop into the actual game and give you a quick tour so I can show you around. I don't have my packs installed. Hang on, I have to close the game. Okay. Take 2. Re-enabled the packs. Now we can actually see it. This save that I'm opening is cursed. This is the one where Stanley Humphrey died in the spa. He died in the spa. I think his grave is still there. That's part of the tour. Yep. Stop 1 on our tour here is Stanley Humphrey's grave. I also deleted the door that went there so that I could trap Stanley in it. Hang on, let me just fix this. Okay, now for the tour. Oh, did the place get struck by lightning as well? Oh my God. The roof got struck by lightning. I told you it was stormy. Look at this. All the lightning strikes in the ground. That is also not included on the gallery download. So anyway, you come here to the spa and it looks like this. We have a spa logo at the front to tell you this is the spa. I've got some benches outside. This amazing pathway takes you to that meditation garden. These are actually from Debug. They're base games, so you can get them too. They are normally that big. I just sized them up. I thought it was super cute to make like a special pathway to it. Oh my God, the tree got struck by lightning too? This place is dangerous. Then in the front, we have a fountain. This is like one of them double dome water emitters, so it's kind of big. In the back, in this little courtyard, we have a small yoga class space. Also some like sort of hidden trash cans. I thought that was kind of realistic. And then this is that whole meditation garden I was talking about. But when you actually come inside, there's like a small lobby space, sitting area. There's some fountains. This is that front desk I was talking about. I've got lots of speakers on the wall, because I figured that was appropriate. Here are the 2 saunas. One of them is worse than the other. I probably would avoid this one. It seems a bit haunted. Stay on the right side. In the back, there's a bathroom. I love the color scheme in here. I think it looks so cool. Just a couple sinks. There's a couple wardrobe locker type things, and then some small bathroom spaces just with a shower and toilet, as you'd expect. To the left side, we have that beautiful room with the new massage tables and chairs. Well, singular massage table, 2 massage chairs. And then upstairs is that yoga space I was talking about. Oh, these are Stanley's fries. He doesn't need them because he's dead. Let me get rid of those. There's a few things, like this drinks tray will always be full. You've got a fridge if you need something. This is a tea brewer if you need some tea. More yoga class space. I love the fountains in here. Like those waterfalls are so pretty. Think how peaceful. And then outside, again, if it's not raining, pleasant space to get a massage. But that is the whole area. We also have a glass roof on top of that little room. And that's the whole spa. I actually might bring a sim here so you can see the fountains. There, you can see it better when the game's actually running. But look how nice and cozy. I just think that's so nice. The sound of the water is very peaceful. Like, what a fun place to be, right? I'm into it. I actually want to come here, kind of bad. I'd get my nails done here. Oh no, the Grim Reaper is still in there. Oh, that can't be good. That cannot be good. Well, I hope he has a nice relaxing time. I have never seen a thing like this in my life. He even put on a bathrobe? Grim, now you're just taunting us. He's just standing there. Do you want to get your nails done? Oh, he's back. Hey, you know what? Even death needs a nice relaxing break sometimes. I guess on that note, I'll probably end the video here. I didn't realize this was even possible, to be honest with you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like speed builds, I've got a ton on my channel. If you like death, I also have a ton of that on my channel. Death in The Sims, I should clarify. That's a bit, yikes. You know what? I'll see you all later. Bye, everybody. I think I like Spa Day. This has like reignited my love for this pack. I'm feeling nostalgic for like 6 years ago now, somehow, which you wouldn't think I would because I was in high school and that's horrible.